am Dr. Vidya Patil, who will be guiding and assisting you during this course. Today's video is about the topic essay writing. We have already seen that each unit will be focusing on one particular composition or writing skill. The first unit deals with essay writing skills. Now, essay writing is something which you have been doing right from your school days. I'm sure, students, that each one of you has written an essay at one point or the other in some language class during the school days. Essays are a very important means of expressing your own ideas and views. Learning essay writing is going to help you in a long way, even for your competitive examinations. So, in today's video, we will try to revise all the things which you have learned in your school and also try to see how we can help you in writing an effective essay. So, come on, students, let us begin. So, today's video is about effective essay writing skills. How to improve your essay writing skills. This is what we'll try to learn. An essay is nothing but a short piece of writing which usually depicts or describes the writer's own opinion or perspective about a particular topic or issue. So, what we mean by essay writing is nothing but the writer's viewpoint which is expressed about a given topic. It is often considered to be synonymous with a paper or an article also. The word essay has been derived from a French word essayer, and in English it went on to mean a trial or an attempt. So this means that essay is nothing but a trial or an attempt to express your own viewpoints on a given issue. The Frenchman Michel de Montaigne was one of the first writers to use the word essay to describe his writings. He used this term to say that it was an attempt, or his essays were an attempt to put his thoughts into writing. Montaigne's essays are read all over the world today and have been translated into almost many different languages. So, the word essay became popular because of his set of writing which was published with the title Essays. Essays can be both formal as well as informal. Formal essays are usually quite academic in nature. They tackle serious topics and are generally characterized by seriousness of purpose, a certain dignity of language, and a proper logical organization and a limited length. But an informal essay, on the other hand, is more personal in nature. Generally, a humorous element is also added to an informal essay. We find that these informal essays have certain self-revelation, that is, the writer expresses things about himself and his personality also, which we can understand by reading his essay. There are also individual tastes, so the writer may prefer a particular expression or use of language which he does in his essays. Then there may be an explanation of his own individual experiences, a description of what all he has experienced and learned in life. Also, the writer may use humor, he may have a graceful style to his writing, and sometimes these informal essays tend to be rambling in nature. That is, they don't have a proper organized structure and just go on as the writer expresses his views. So, unconventionality is one of the main hallmarks of an informal essay. There is also a novelty of themes, that is, unusual topics are taken up during the essays, that is, informal essay. An essay can be of different types. Usually, an essay or the type of an essay depends on what the writer wants to convey to his reader. Generally, essays are classified into four broad categories. The first one are the narrative essays. This is where the narrator is narrating an incident or a story through his essay. These are very common and we generally find that these seem to be very interesting. Then comes the descriptive essay. Here, the writer describes a place or an object or an event and sometimes maybe even a certain memory, that is, remembering certain incident or event which has taken place. I'm sure all of you have attempted these descriptive essays during your school days. The third major category is that of an expository essay. These essays are very academic in nature and generally are about serious issues. In such essays, the writer presents a balanced study about any given topic. This essay will be filled with and contains a lot of details such as facts, statistics, examples, etc. The last and the fourth type of category of the essays are the persuasive essays. A persuasive essay is one where the writer is not just giving us certain facts, but he is trying to convince the reader about his point of view. His main aim during this in such an essay will be that he wants the reader to agree to his own opinion. So such essays are known as the persuasive essays. So students, no matter which type of essay you are writing, there is a certain basic structure which you need to follow. Generally, when you are writing an essay, the sentences should seemingly flow into each other and all the sentences should be linked to each other in a logical manner. Also, every essay should have a basic format which you need to follow. The first main part of an essay is the introduction. Then you have the main body where the topic is actually developed. And then finally, at the end, we have the conclusion. So, whenever you are writing an essay, you have to keep this basic structure in your mind and then write the essay accordingly. So, the first main part of an essay is the introduction. Now, students, in this part, as the name suggests, you are going to introduce the topic to the students. Now, when I say you're going to introduce the topic, this means that you will, first of all, through a broad example or maybe by narrating an anecdote or an incident, you will introduce the topic to the students and give them some idea about what generally you're going to talk about in the essay. Next, you will then, in the next sentence, try to narrow it down to the main thrust area of your essay. And finally, in the last sentence, you will state the topic of your essay. So in this way, in an essay or in the introduction of an essay, you will be introducing the subject, you will explain what is your viewpoint about the subject and also very briefly describe how you are going to deal with it. Generally, the introduction has to be very short and preferably it should be restricted to 1 or 2 paragraphs. Always keep in mind that the introduction should be to the point and there is no need for lengthy explanations in the introduction. The next or the middle portion of the essay, which is also called as the main body, is the most important part of the essay. Here it contains the main elements or the major content of your essay. Generally, we have a lot of information which we'll have to share in this part. And so it is very necessary that you organize your thoughts properly. Also, whenever you're writing, it should be in a systematic flowing manner so that the reader finds it easy to read and comprehend or understand what you are writing. One of the best ways to make your essay logical and easily understandable for the reader is to follow a proper chronological order. That is, start from the beginning and go towards the end. When you go about explaining your points or ideas in such a logical manner, it will surely help the reader to exactly understand what you are saying. Now, students, coming to the last part of the essay, which is nothing but the conclusion. This is the last paragraph of the essay. Here, we'll find that usually it is just a reflection of what you have already said in the introduction. But it is very necessary that you change the manner in which you say it. That is, change the words and the style in which you tell the same thing. A conclusion is also a great place where you can sum up whatever you wanted to say during the entire essay. So you can either end your story or your argument in this part. Here, you can generally round up or finish off your essay by stating a moral or by winding up all the loose ends so that the reader is left with no doubts regarding what you wanted to say about the given topic. So students, I will now take you through the different steps which you need to follow when you have to write an essay. You have already understood what is the basic structure of the essay. Now let us see what are the steps involved while writing the essay. First, you can divide this stage also into three main phases. The first phase will be the planning phase, the second phase is the drafting phase, and the third phase is the revising phase. Now, in the planning phase, you will first determine which type of essay it is, whether it is a narrative essay, a descriptive essay, an expository essay, or the other types. Next, you will try to research and get some points on this topic. That is, if you already know, you will make a note of the different points related to the topic, and it is always better if you can collect some more extra material on that particular issue, such as certain data, statistics, which you can use in your essay. Next is creating an outline for your essay. Before you actually begin writing, it is very necessary that you plan your essay properly as to what points you are going to include in the introduction, what will be there in the middle body, main body, and what other points you can include in the conclusion part. After this, you will develop a thesis statement, that is, the main idea around which your entire essay revolves. So, if you are going to write an essay on any particular topic, it will have one main sentence which will be the essence of your essay. So, first try to write down that main sentence. After this, you come to the drafting stage where you will write the introduction and introduce your topic to the reader. Next, you will write the body of the essay where, as we have already discussed, you will arrange your points in a proper logical manner. Preferably, it is better if you go about it in a chronological manner. After you finish writing your body, you will then end with writing your conclusion. So, you will conclude and generally you will try to sum up or with a moral or some other way whatever you have said. So, very briefly, you will state what you have been trying to say through the essay in the conclusion. Lastly, we come to the revising stage. Here, you will proofread for all kinds of errors, grammar, punctuation, typos, and then you will also try to edit your essay. So, if there are certain unnecessary sentences or certain sentences which jar the entire flow of your writing, such sentences can be edited out, and wherever necessary, you can add a few more sentences. Never complete your essay writing without this essential process of revising. Proofreading and editing is a very important part of your essay writing. Now, students, I'll give you certain tips which you can follow while you are writing your essay. Whenever you're writing your essays, you can always begin by giving it a very interesting and appropriate title. The title is very important because it helps to draw the attention of the reader and arouse curiosity in the reader. So, an interesting title will immediately catch the attention of the reader. Next, the length of your essay will usually be determined by the word limit which has been given by the examination question paper setter. But if you are writing an essay on your own, then generally a good or normal length for an essay will be from 300 to 500 words. This is the ideal length, but it is left to you, and you can always take the creative license to either decrease or increase the length of your essay. The next important thing which you need to remember is that you should always use a very simple and clear language, and your style of writing should be very crisp. Unnecessary complications and using difficult words can break the flow of your writing. Also, try to avoid making any sort of grammar mistakes or punctuation mistakes and the spelling mistakes, because generally such mistakes will distract the attention of the reader. So students, in today's video, we have discussed so many different issues regarding essay writing. We have seen what is an essay. We have discussed about what are the different types of essay. We have seen what is the main structure of an essay. We have also seen what are the different steps involved in the essay writing process. Lastly, we have also gone through certain tips which we can follow while writing an essay. As I have already told you in the beginning, essays is a very important part in the career of a student. You can always use an essay to express your views on a given topic. Also, most of you have to attempt an essay type question in your examinations. So, whatever you have learned in this particular video will surely help you to write your essay type answers. I am sure, students, that whatever you have learned from this video will help you develop your essay writing skills and help you write an effective essay. I hope you liked this video. Thank you.